Welcome back to a new episode of Une Sports. This is episode 85. You're joined with your host, Mr. Wetz and Richy, for a new episode of Une Sports, always available on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. What's going on, Mike? Welcome back.
Not much, baby. Beautiful rainy day here in Dallas, Texas. It's the first time I've seen rain.
Beautiful rainy day.
Yeah, man. First time I've seen rain in I think 3.5 months. I don't think we saw rain since maybe May. I don't. Yeah, 3 months. Yeah,
3 months no rain. So
yeah.
it's not like really a rainy state. I don't know too much about.
Nah, it gets rainy during the spring season.
Okay.
But summer is like, that shit is dry. It's dry. So I woke up this morning. It was 70 degrees outside. I was like, ooh, I like this. Summer's over.
When it gets cold, like around like November, December, like what's the temperature like?
So when I moved
how low
here,
does it get?
When I moved here in January, February.
Oh, you moved in January? Okay.
Yeah, I think the coldest day that we had was like 38, maybe 40 degrees
Fahrenheit.
Like, yeah. Okay. Which I mean, we're from New York.
I was gonna say for you, yeah.
It's not that bad, but it's bad for the state. But the other thing too, man, it feels like I'm dead ass. Like the 40 degrees felt like 20. Like
no, I mean I understand because the first time I moved to Florida, right, and then it was the first December, and then the temperature dropped like to 60, 65. All right, whatever. Then it got to like 40, but like you said, it was like a cold 40, 45, and I'm like, oh, it gets like that over there. Like,
bring out the winter jackets.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't bring no coats, but I remember like I was working at the bank, and then one of my coworkers, Raymond, and he's from New Jersey or New York, one of them. And then it got to that point, like 45. This guy brought the classic coat. I'm like, you couldn't wait to like dust that thing off. He's like, you know me. But yeah, it and then I realized every kind of December and January and February that you're gonna have a couple of days it's gonna be 45, 50, and there's gonna be one day it's gonna be super cold. I remember like December 25th of 2023 or 2022, one of those. It got super cold, Mike. It got super cold. Yeah.
Welcome to the weather report with Richy and Mike.
Yeah. Anything fun that happened this weekend?
Nah, man. I was just straight working.
Apparently, yeah.
But we got FC Showbiz. We're doing great things in FIFA.
Yeah, I need my Ballon d'Or.
We're doing great things in FC 24 until FC 25 comes out.
Oh yeah, it's coming like at the end of the month.
Yeah,
it's close, so it's like it's wrapping season for FC 24 now.
Yeah,
and then moving to the next one. I think the good thing about you don't really need to fix too much of your player or not. I can't remember. I think so. I think maybe you should start from scratch again. Never mind. Scratch that. Yeah. All right, so we have a great episode ahead. Very good topics. And obviously at the end, the most fun thing, the cool segment, what's up with that?
Yeah.
And again, what's up with that is the 30-second reaction where Mike gives his reaction to kind of subtopics. Like, yeah. So that's gonna be the show for today. Should we start with the first topic?
Let's go.
All right, so we will be in the Premier League. First topic will be, could Liverpool dethrone Manchester City this year? From the small sample size, I know I'm getting ahead, but from the small sample size that you're seeing from Liverpool,
Mhm.
could you see them being the team to dethrone that 3-year run, three-peat of Manchester City?
Richie, I don't know if they are the team to do it because if we look at the roster of Liverpool right now, man, I think they're pretty thin. I don't think the squad is deep enough. Unfortunately, I mean, they just brought in Chiesa as well at the deadline day,
Yeah,
which is good additional help. They got some good depth when it comes to like the forward players, but when it comes to that midfield area, I feel like, it's not really well covered, man. Like, they're one Wataru Endo injury away from like, hey, what do we do now? Like, this team is this team is assed out. Like, Bajcetic is out on loan. They have Curtis Jones. I guess one player that they actually use, like in the way that Arne Slot seems to be setting up his team a little bit now. It seems like Gravenberch plays a little bit deeper a lot of times now too.
yeah.
And McAllister as well. McAllister plays in that
Kind of
pseudo holding,
central role. Yeah,
yeah,
like a
probably
holding kind of,
More like Tony Cruz type of,
yeah, like a
you
double
know,
pivot guy.
yeah,
Kinda. But he moves a little bit too.
yeah. So I just feel like in that area of the pitch, like they're kind of thin, man. So I feel like a few injuries here and there, a few knocks here and there, they're gonna be, they're gonna lose some momentum. But the other thing I would say is, if Liverpool is not the team to dethrone Manchester City, maybe it's going to be time for Arsenal to step up and actually do it. Because I'm looking at Manchester City's team, and they're not that deep either, I feel like, this time around, like when we're looking at it. Because they didn't get to sign a backup for Haaland. Yes, they're wide players. I think they have depth there. Doku, they got Savinho, they got
Look,
Grealish,
yeah,
they got Foden, et cetera, et cetera.
yeah.
Rodri didn't even play yet, and
You
they
didn't hear what
bagged
Pep said?
our preseason just
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 ended.
finished.
And some teams are fighting for their lives for the first 3 games, and this guy's talking about like
My
preseason.
preseason just finished. Time to get to
He's
the
a
real
funny guy,
games.
bro. Like, bro.
um, I don't. Yeah, but I feel like the team is not as deep for Manchester City as well, where like all the interchangeable parts. But the one thing that we know, and what you even said in the group chat over the weekend, is like, yo, this guy pulled his two wingers and just put six midfielders behind
Oh,
Haaland.
fielded six. I'm like, when he put Mateo Nunes, I'm like, is this a mistake?
or
Like,
five,
why we
I'm
have like
saying,
so many midfielders like Gundogan and every, and he's like, all right, go
yeah.
have it.
So he's a guy like, that he does that. We've seen De Bruyne play false nine for him before, so it's not gonna be. I wouldn't be surprised to see like, oh hey, Rico Lewis, you're gonna be,
Center
you know,
playing right behind the striker.
so, but yeah, for Liverpool, I can't say that yet, man. I feel like they'd have to get really lucky. I think they'd be really consistent with health for them to actually be able to dethrone City on their path to a fourth EPL trophy in a row.
I was thinking about something this weekend, but it's probably
Mhm.
wild. Should they convert Salah to number 9 now at this point of his career? I know it's stupid. It's a stupid question, but I don't know why I was thinking about that. I'm like, so they
No,
can field other wingers.
I don't think it's not a stupid question, but I feel like the way that he plays, like I think Salah is just like as much of a, I can't say he's a sociopath, but I feel like he's as dedicated as like Cristiano Ronaldo when it comes to taking care of his like his body.
Yeah.
Um, he's in peak physical condition. Like I think his pace is still there. So I don't think it's really time for him to
Yeah, it's not.
actually, yeah.
And it might also be his last year, so what's the point?
Yeah.
Just
So,
put him on his the best side
yeah.
that he is.
Yeah. He said that, nobody has contacted him yet, for his
Renewal.
contract renewal.
This
But
come on, it's September, bro. Like,
But I mean, I feel like I've said it, but I don't know where Chiesa fits into the equation if he's going to play in the right or in the left. But he's played in the right in the past. But
Chiesa?
yeah. But
Okay.
but his most of his success has come playing as a left midfielder, left winger.
I think at that time
Uh,
when he
you know,
was at his best, Ronaldo was playing the left already, right? Yeah. So
yeah.
you gotta
So
put him on the other side.
that's what I thought. I was like, oh,
He'll be all right.
Chiesa is coming in as backup to Salah, and
Yeah.
you know,
And
maybe it's like let's we got the guy that we want to replace Salah.
I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be able to fill those boots. Even though like we did not see Salah coming this being this great for Liverpool in the Premier League after AS Roma, and
Yeah,
also even his peer with Chelsea. We I didn't see that coming.
nobody
Uh,
did.
Props to him. He's a
Yeah.
Liverpool legend. I don't know if he's the best Liverpool player ever because I don't know much of their history to
Nah,
say
I
that.
know,
And
I
when I
know
say I
he.
don't know much of their history, I pay respect to the players that played before that I kind of laugh sometimes when people say that they've watched the 94, 93 games. I'm like, bro, you were 2, 3 years old. You don't you I mean, okay, if you're watching the replays, but can't just watch 2, 3 games. You gotta
Yeah,
watch it's I don't know. I feel like even if you watch replays, you really have to be in that era to kind of feel the era, if it makes sense.
100%,
Like it's the
yeah.
same conversation with Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Everyone that lived Michael Jordan's era is gonna say Michael Jordan's the best. Everyone that lived LeBron James era is gonna say LeBron. It's a matter of seeing the era and the sensation that it brings, like the news, everything that comes with a big performance. You have to be there. But yeah, so and even the guy from Netherlands, he hasn't really been part of the team yet. I think it's because he didn't have a preseason yet. He's
Who?
gonna have to have a spot too because he had a good
Gapco?
Euro. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think like it's the same thing for Roger. The lack of the preseason is like
yeah.
they have to take care of them.
Yep.
So
So,
we'll see. We'll see
mhm.
by December, January. That's usually when City picks up, and they kind of look back and be like, keep up. It's basically that. Keep up. Like if you can keep up, that's the funny thing. Like Arsenal had two great seasons, two, and then it's just
Yep. Yep.
you see that game they tied with Brighton that could
Yep.
come and hunt them. Those kind of situation. But yeah,
Lack.
so we'll see.
hmm Lack of that killer instinct. Gotta
Lack
kill
of
these dudes,
ruthlessness.
man. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Second topic. Tottenham. We've seen their games over the weekend. 1-1 against 2-1 against Newcastle. And what was that Newcastle? It's the question is that are we? I know it's early, 3 games in, but is it already a Tottenham deja vu? And the reason why I'm asking that question is that I want to give you a little context of what I'm thinking about, Mike. I've seen Arsenal and Tottenham in the past 4 years deep when Arteta just came in and then they're building their team and Tottenham was doing their own thing for a long period of a time. Switch a lot of coaches, but there still were like that team that were like, okay, that's a team that can maybe sometimes finish second or maybe challenge, maybe we don't know. But they're building that momentum, they're building that mentality. It feels like Arsenal and Tottenham are two workers. They got the job, they have the same skills, but one of them is getting the rewards, and the other one seems to not be able to get the reward, even though they have the same skills. Why do you if you're looking at Tottenham for the past 4 years, why do you think that they're never able to go over that hump?
uh
Because they're playing good ball.
yeah.
Like over the game, over the Newcastle, it's not like they're playing
Yeah, they
horrible ball.
dominated. They
Yeah, they
dominated.
did.
They dominated the game.
What are they lacking?
I mean, I think one for sure. I think the quality, they're definitely lacking some type of quality, right? I don't think every area of the pitch. I mean, this is what week three in a row that we saw. We like him in FIFA. We play him. We purchase him in my career, but Let's be honest, man. Odobert has, he hasn't. He,
Not that FIFA guy.
yeah,
No, I'm joking. I don't know him like that. So
yeah,
I know him FIFA, but I don't know him
you
like
know,
that.
yeah. He hasn't really
He
hit the
hasn't had,
ground.
yeah, yeah.
He
You
hasn't
remember I
hit
said in
really
the
hit the
chat,
ground.
I'm like, damn, Odegaard's having a
So and then he's starting again, but to be fair, they have their new signing Solanke, who's injured. They have, I think, Richarlison was out as well. Um, so I think there's a lack of a bit of quality there, and the way that he wants to play, honestly, like I feel like Newcastle plays a high intensity game where they get very tired very quickly, right?
I remember
Um,
it's a deja vu too, because you
yeah,
said that last year.
yeah, they get very tired very quickly because they play with so much energy
Intensity. Yeah.
very early in the game. By the time it gets to like the 65th, 70th
They're
minute
done.
of the game, it's a wrap. GG's. Like if you got quality players on your squad, you're gonna be able to score against them. But like with Tottenham, the way that Ange sets up his team with that high line, I feel like every one of these guys that play in front of the defense and the back four, they're like one sprint away from tearing their hamstrings because they have to run so much, and that's why Van de Ven keeps getting injured. Udogi, he came back from an injury like over the summer as well, but I think it's not a bad style of play. They play really good football, but if James Madison gets injured, which we saw last season,
He's
the
gonna get
team,
injured.
exactly. The team just seems like they're lacking something. Bisuma, I like him, but
Eh.
he's not an A type player. Like, he's probably like a C
Is he even a
plus.
B? Oh, I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
exactly. He's like a C plus. You get what I mean? Pape Sar.
I
These
like him.
guys, they're
I like
good.
him, but he's like those kind of role players. But I like him. I don't know why. I just
Exactly.
like him. Yeah.
I like them too. Like, but those guys they're just like it's just the same analogy that we made with Ahmad, for example.
Yeah.
Ahmad is a good little
He's a good
player.
player, but he shouldn't be the one starting
He
for a
shouldn't
team
be
like
he should
Manchester United that has
exactly.
so much history. No offense to him.
Yeah, 100%. And he shouldn't be taking offense at that, man. Like you get what I mean? Like you're a good player, but you're just not a starter for Manchester United. You should be a squad player. You come in, you play 30, 40 minutes. And I feel like that's what Tottenham is lacking a little bit at this point. I think the guys that they have, like Van de Ven, Udogi, Vicario, Son, these guys, James Madison, these guys are locks. Like, they're I think they're A type players. Udogi maybe B, Van de Ven B, but Christian
Hold on.
Romero,
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah.
Since we're doing this,
Hmm.
you ready for something?
Yeah, go ahead, hit
All
me.
right. David Raya or Vicario?
Vicario.
Ben White or Udogi?
Well, that's not the same one. That's you give me left back with left back.
My
But
bad.
I
Ben
pick I
White
pick
or Poro? My bad.
Poro.
um, Christian Romero or Gabriel?
Gabriel.
Saliba or Dragusin? Usually it would
Sal.
have been, it would have been Van der Ven, but
Yeah.
actually let me just go with Van der Ven then. Van
Yeah.
der Ven or Gabriel?
I'm picking the
Saliba, sorry.
back. I'm picking the back two of Arsenal over them.
The back four. Oh, the
I'm
back two,
no, the
the
back
center
two, yeah.
halves.
Yeah, the center halves, yeah.
Okay, so you're taking Gabriel over Romero?
Yeah.
Hmm,
Yeah.
interesting.
I don't like
T
his attitude, man.
Oh, so you going with attitude? All right, no
Well, it's not even
problem.
I think this guy's like always like every game, like there's like a 60% chance that he gets red
You get a
carded.
red card. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Timber or Udogi?
Udogi.
Odegaard or Madison? I know who that answer is.
Matters.
I know. Partey or Bisuma?
Partey.
Sar or Rice?
Rice.
You eating that rice. Um, Son or Havertz?
Son.
Um,
Sonny.
Kulusevski is a right winger, so
Yeah. I mean,
Do
he
I
plays
even do
striker
I even say
sometimes.
do I even have to say
Saka.
Kulusevski or
Yeah.
Saka?
Yeah,
Saka, all
Saka.
right, all right.
Yeah.
Trossard or Odobert.
You see, the thing is, like, he shouldn't even be starting. Why is he
It should be
starting? It should,
Murphy.
yeah, because it should be like,
I'm not Murphy, I'm sorry.
it should be
Johnson
sunny. It should be sunny
in the
on the
center.
left, and then Solanke would
Yeah,
be the number
yeah,
nine,
yeah. Solanke
but
wasn't
he's
there, but
injured.
that's why.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
but yeah, like in that situation, whoever's on the left hand side, it's always gonna be sunny, and
Hmm.
then the number nine Solanke. I haven't seen him play yet for
I've seen this first game. Yeah,
in the Tottenham jersey, but I've seen what he's done for Bournemouth in the past, and
yeah. They just need to. They just need him to like. We just need you to score
yeah,
because we're gonna need it. Like when we're playing that well, we need to win. Like we need to win. And it kind of reminds me of something that Ange said this weekend after the loss. He said the positive of our football was good and has been good in all three games. We have to get the rewards for football. And what I do know is that if we continue to play like that, we will get our rewards. It's the same thing I was saying. Like, it's two workers, all have the same skills,
yeah,
but they're not getting the reward. And why are they not getting? Like you said, we did the one-on-ones and you picked. I feel like it was very even with your
50-50, yeah,
50-50, and yet Tottenham is still that team fifth. You're
yeah.
not getting on that jet. But
Yeah.
like it's early, it's still early, and Inch said he usually does good. He usually wins something in the second season. So I'll give
We'll
him the
see.
benefit of the doubt to see how he is able to still motivate his team, because that kind of it could be frustrating when you're looking at a tie like this, and then you kind of thinking about last season about many ties when you're playing well. So you're like, is it a deja vu situation for us again?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Good luck to
So
him.
yeah, good luck to him, man. I like the way they play. Tottenham is usually a team that I like to watch because I
You
like
like,
the way they
yeah.
played their game. I like the way how they move forward.
And Richie, they got the best stadium in England, man.
Yeah.
Best
Unfortunately,
stadium,
yeah. Yeah,
man.
it is. It is. It is. It's very nice. They it that stadium was open during Mourinho era, right? Or it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
before? Yeah, yeah.
Nah, I think
Okay.
like like
Under
when
Mourinho.
Mourinho, yeah,
Yeah.
I think he came in and like brand span. Actually, I think
Can't remember.
Pochettino. I think
Pochettino maybe
Pochettino,
towards his end,
yeah,
and
and then
then
yeah,
okay. I was yeah, because I
brand
remember like during
spanking new.
the Amazon Prime Inside Tottenham, I remember like when they were showing the practice
Yeah.
area, the inside. I'm like, ooh, top notch. I remember when I wanted to go to the one for Paris Saint-Germain, but when I went to their stadium, it's top notch, man. There's money in
Nice.
there. If I remove some brick, I might find something in there, like a couple of dollars, man, like inside those bricks. Oh yeah, man. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. Now we're jumping to Spain. We're taking the plane to Spain, and we just arrived in Madrid, and we're gonna speak to La Liga, and we're gonna talk about Real Madrid, and we're gonna talk about the new number nine, Kylian Mbappe, who scored two goals, but the first one was his first goal of the season. Is they're
Mhm.
4 games in when they were playing Real Betis, Betis Sevilla, so he finally got his goal, finally relieved the pressure. Um, any reaction for you for the goal, Mike? And also, do you think that it's after watching 4 games, do you think it's gonna be a good fit at some point?
I mean, yeah, at some point they just got to figure it out. I feel like it's not every time that you're going to get lucky where a player, of that caliber, of that magnitude comes into a team, and especially like, I mean, you know how I feel about Mbappe playing striker. I think he's like it's like a negative basically. You're bumping off 30% of his abilities in my opinion when you're playing him as a number 9, but we know what Carlo Ancelotti, like, these guys, like, hey, he gives them free reign to actually, hey, you know what? You guys go figure it out, man. I'm not really putting you on shackles. Like, you guys are on the field, like, hey, like, if I see, like, you guys are breaking the structure a little bit too much, then I'll intervene and say, like, hey, you
Hey,
guys need to be here, here,
keep the
here.
shape. Yeah.
Yeah. But, it seems like he gives these guys free reins to go and figure it out individually. So I feel like it's not every player that comes in like Jude Bellingham and hits the ground running immediately
Look
and
like a
like
glove.
you know or even Chouameni, for example. Chouameni came in and
His first
it's
season was good, but towards the end, it wasn't.
yeah.
I
So it's
remember
not
when
ev-
he was benched, starting January. They got him out of here, bro.
so it's not everybody.
I think Bellingham is the great example. Like he
Yeah,
came in and then like it's like he was already part of the team.
yeah.
Fit very well with the strikers, the
Couldn't even speak
midfield.
Spanish, and then
Huh?
he couldn't even speak
Couldn't even
Spanish.
speak one bit of Spanish, but like, yo,
It's like I know how to play football. That's all that
that's all I
matters.
know, man. I know how to play football.
But yeah, so I feel like at some point they're gonna figure it out. But again, I think Ancelotti's gonna have to probably do a little bit more work in terms of like dictating roles and what players need to actually do and look for, like in the team, like when it comes to his like midfield balance and these guys. Like if it's gonna be like Rodrigo, Vini, and Mbappe, is that's you're gonna be your three, and then your three behind them are gonna be Jude Bellingham, Valverde, and Chouameni. I think there's really gonna have to be some like, hey, Rodrigo, I need you to come back a little bit more. Like, we're gonna
You
have to
you you you
sacrifice a
you
little
have
bit.
to do the dirty work. So you're gonna have
Yeah.
to sacrifice your stats
Yep.
and come do the dirty work because like
Yeah.
all like you said, all three of them are not doing the defensive job,
Yeah.
and that puts a lot of pressure on the midfield. Unless you remove one of the three, which is gonna probably be Rodrigo, and then you add an extra midfielder to create the balance.
Yep.
Because like you said, I've seen it in the last couple of games for real. Like the midfield would have to work too much, and then we're playing too many games. So yeah, man,
Yeah. So I
not gonna
think
be
that,
sustainable by February.
yeah,
Like that body's gonna break.
100%. And that's what happened with Jude last year. Like, dude had to work a lot, man. And by the
Yeah,
time he
last
got
year he
to,
worked a lot,
he worked a lot.
and he played a lot, and
Yeah.
then he played a Euro. Then he came in. Now you're playing this, and he's young, but his body is still his body. Like like a body is still a body, young or not. Like it requires asking me like, yo, I need a break. Um,
But I think no, I think Mbappe
I
is
think
just
the
too
only
talented.
difference,
He's too
yeah,
talented not to figure it
when
out.
you're talented, like you said, when you're super talented, you're gonna figure it out. My only ask of him is like he needs to kind of remember that he's a nine. Kind of remember, because sometimes when the midfield's going up, he's already like this. You're just seeing the back of his head, like, bro,
I'm
you're
running.
not a winger anymore at this point of your career right now. At this moment, maybe in the future you get your a winger position. We don't know what's gonna happen in the future in the next 2 3 years. But we can't like the midfield can't. The midfield can't just like every time they're going up, they're just seeing like the three dots, like the three like little like muscles on back of your head. Like sometimes you gotta remember I'm a number nine and I need to drop in that empty space to receive, allow my team to get up, and then I don't know, whoever's open, like you advance the ball
Yeah.
like this. And I saw one play like that. That's what kind of gave me like, okay, they're gonna figure it out because this I saw a good play when they create like a great counter, and he played the hold up very well in that position. I'm like, okay, but I don't know if the maybe they're not. I don't know, like they're professionals. We're not, so I know they're seeing those things, and maybe they still want to see how he does. Maybe they want like the Rudiger looking for him in
Over the
that
top.
space. Remember
Yeah.
when he said like, "Hey, I don't do those runs anymore because
Yeah.
nobody's passing." You want it? All right,
He's
Rudiger's gonna
like,
give it to you.
he's like, I don't have Paul Pogba playing with me. Like,
He's like, bro, that was like a huge dig. Like, we see him like this guy doesn't know when to like, yeah, like sometimes you gotta like, but yeah, going back to like if he and also the opponent's number six, he needs sometimes to give a little pressure to these guys.
yeah.
Because it's not fair to the midfield to come and pressure the number six. That creates a huge gap, and then it's easy to dissect the team at this point. And we're September, 4 games in. I expect them to be fully. synced in the top three by October, November, latest early December, like fully in sync.
Yeah.
Because I already see what Vinny can do with him. He could look for him. We've seen multiple passes that he passed it to him. Now he needs to kind of build a little chemistry with Rodrigo. I haven't seen it yet, but I think it's gonna work. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna work. It's gonna take time, but he needs to also like do his part as well. But I think they're gonna be fine. I think that relief of the 2 goals is out now. It's out of the way. They can like kind of play now.
Yeah.
Like
Got the monkey
you
off
got
his back.
the three of you guys got your goals now. Like this, like let's go. Got them, yeah, like you said, got the
Did
monkey off his back.
did Vinny give him the penalty?
That's what they said, and I think yeah,
Mm.
it's not him who came and take the ball. Like
Okay.
people are saying, like, oh, he took the ball. Like I'm like, no, like Vinny gave him the ball because like Vinny is, I think, I believe Bellingham is the first penalty kicker. No,
It was supposed to
because
be
last
Vinny.
year
It was supposed to be
I
Vinny
think
this
it's gonna be
year,
Vinny,
but
and then I think Vinny did
Ancelotti.
that gesture just to give him like a
Okay.
go get your double, man.
Yeah. But Ancelotti was like, it's up to the players. They figure it out.
He don't care. Like as long as you play, like I'm just gonna chew my gum. And, like
Because they asked him, it's
I'll
like, yo,
only
who's
interview when you guys, like you said, like doing a little too much, and then it's
yeah,
getting out of the order of
yeah,
my game plan. But if they're in the game plan, like I was saying he's a social coach
yeah,
at first before tactical. He lets his team express himself. Then he will. There's a tactic, obviously. Like people, when I say that, like obviously there's a plan. They work in practice. There's a plan. There's a tactic, but he still allows his team to express themselves. All right, so yeah, that was the last piece of the topic, Mike. And you ready
yes, sir.
for what's up with that? What's up with that? In the ending segment, 30-second reaction, little subtopics, and Mike is gonna give his reaction to
All right.
any
All right.
topics and curveball, Mike.
Okay.
Every topics I gave you yesterday about the what's up with that, I changed most of them. So I'm like, F that. I'm changing on you.
Okay, that's it.
Let me know when you're ready.
All right, I'm ready.
All right.
I'm quick on my feet.
Okay, so cornerback of the Dallas, Darius Slays, says that he doesn't want to go to Brazil and he doesn't want his family to go to Brazil. On Friday, they will be playing in Brazil, and then why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, Mike?
It's just
what do you gotta say?
I feel like everything people just make Brazil sound
Actually, sorry,
so bad.
he's from the Eagles. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What's your reaction towards this? Because apparently they told him like they can't like really walk around and like be. So he's like my family can't come.
I mean, bro, like you need to travel, man. It's like, are you serious? Like
that was not my reaction. That's not what I was expecting from your reaction, though.
I feel like every team like that at that level should have some type of security. It's like my family's not coming. All right, man, stay your ass home, loser.
He said loser. Oh man, he said loser.
What'd you think I was gonna say?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like we can pivot to another topic. I thought you were at first when I read it. It's like I don't want my wife and kids to come into Brazil. I'm like, you got other plans at night? That's where I thought you were gonna go. I'm like, Mike's gonna like that one. Nah. But they told him like it's not safe or something like that. So he kind of like, I mean, a lot of Americans are kind of bubbled in and just
for sure.
Just their
area.
Like,
it's like everybody. Every country has their bad places.
They're gonna go to France and ask for McDonald's. But yeah, so next one. Allen, 7 goals in 3 matches.
I mean, this dude's a machine, man. He's a cyborg, bro. Like,
what do you want me to tell you?
What can I say, man? Like, what can I say? It's like, yeah, he's gonna score. Like, he scored 7 goals in 3 games, and then he's gonna go for a drought for 3 games, and then he's gonna come back for one and score like, 5.
Are you not entertained?
Like, that's what this guy does at this point, man.
You're right. He's a goal machine.
Yep.
Real Madrid injury bug.
Oh man, the time that it was not supposed to happen. I feel like the time when it was supposed to be all great and everything hits on all cylinders, and Mbappe is gonna be scoring hat tricks, Vini is gonna be scoring hat tricks. We're gonna be destroying everybody, and then bam,
Boom,
everybody
injured,
gets
bro.
injured. Listen, man, Pintus, you gotta chill, bro. Whatever that you gotta chill. That's it. Like your whole
Whatever
team's
you
getting
putting
injured.
inside like their nose and stuff like that, like whatever they're breathing in, like relax, bro.
You gotta chill, man.
Apparently, like Tchouaméni and Felamendi is not too serious. So
Okay.
um, Bayern Leverkusen suffers their first Bundesliga defeat in 462 days.
Was bound to happen, Rich. Was
Yeah.
bound to happen.
And I was watching that game too. I'm like, they're gonna lose that game.
This team is abysmally bad at playing defense.
Yeah. And the goals that they got scored on is just like, it almost feels like Manchester United is just like errors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've seen it countless times last season where they just found a way, unlike Eric Ten Hag, they were Harry Potter and they figured out some magic trick to get back in the game. Yeah. But yeah, it was bound to happen for them.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw that coming. Juan Laporta says Hansi Flick doesn't look for excuses and do with what he has. Doesn't make any excuses, and he do with what he has.
Respect it. I respect it. I mean, you throwing shots.
Is he taking? He's taking
100%. He's throwing shots.
100 shots.
Throwing shots, but you know what, man? When you're winning, you get to dictate your narrative. That's what happens, So Hansi Flick got the team flying right now. So
he got the team wearing the same dress preseason. He's like, "Yo, Kunde, none of that skirt thing. You're gonna come and work with
uniform.
You're going uniform, bro." Osimhen in Turkey to Galatasaray.
You know what's funny about that? I saw a meme today that said they had Nicholas Jackson in the photo, and they say we wasn't playing in Turkey at 25.
Oh wow!
I'm like, yo,
I think it's just like it was poorly done since January to now. Since his announcement, be like, yeah, I'm not gonna play for Napoli, and then the way they handle everything.
But he also
I think he fired his manager too.
Did he? Oh, okay.
That's what I heard. I have no proof. That's what I heard.
But I mean, we know this is for 6 months. He'll be out in January.
Got a fake laugh a little bit.
Come hail or snow.
For 6 months, and then he out.
He's gonna be gone in January. Come hail.
I think he's gonna go to Chelsea. They're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, but how did you let it get so bad, man?
I think it's just the way it fell out with Napoli, and then the Napoli's president is tough, so now he's gonna make it a little bit harder. Then I don't think he also handled himself better, and also had a fallout with Nigeria. There was a lot of things that was happening to him. It was like, bro, like relax, you're gonna get your way. But it's a result of poorly done. That's why he's in Turkey. I mean, Turkey is a great league too. So I think Galatasaray is in the Champions League, if I'm not mistaken.
They should be.
They're a team with a lot of and the Turkish league has a lot of passion.
Yeah, they're trying to sign Casemiro right now.
Huh?
They're trying to sign Casemiro right now.
No, I mean he's gonna have fun for 6 months, then move on. All right.
They could have Casemiro for a whole year.
His wife was not happy.
Not happy at all.
Yeah, got a show. She had to flex a little bit.
Listen,
she
man,
had to flex the most.
I'm not happy either. What's her name? Mariella? I don't remember her name.
Yeah, I don't know. She had to like, yeah, I gotta let them know. Don't play with us.
That's like Klay Thompson putting up like
I mean, like
I got 4 rings.
4 rings. Like don't play with me. I could be that trying. Don't play with me. It's just funny. Like he had 2 great games, and then I don't think he had a horrible game, but I mean it was not great because it took him off at the half. But 2 errors.
Anyway. That was the funny thing too. Like before you end, it was the fact that he played a great game versus Fulham, and everybody was tweeting. It was like, "Yo, Casemiro, are you done or are you not?" Like
which is it? Like, nah, I just think that they're asking way too much of him. That's
for sure, 100%. That's why I'm mad at the coach.
Yeah, and they're kind of exposing him, kind of like. Paul George says that comment referring to talking about like only Michael Jordan has skills in that era was immature.
Facts. I feel like Ant is this guy. Like he's a kid. Like you give him a something. Like
He's gonna make the best.
He's just gonna run with it, man. He's just like Ant probably thinking like, yo, I'm just gonna say this. Like, yo, hey, man. They probably didn't really have no skills back then, and he's thinking like, yo, it's all fun and games.
Yeah,
and everybody's like,
someone's gonna come at you. First one guy came was Magic Johnson. Don't play with us. Don't play with us. Yeah. Coming off his Olympics.
Yep.
Ronald Koeman said he's closing the international door on Steven Bergman because he's going to Saudi Arabia at 26. Is that a dig to Saudi Arabia?
I mean, 100%, man, and I respect it. You know what,
dude?
He
was not. He's not gonna even play him. Don't play around like that. Oh, you need to close it. I mean,
but at the same time too, like it just emphasizes like how these Dutch managers really think. Like these guys they're assholes, man. Like,
there's a clip going around when Di Maria said the worst coach was Van Gaal. He doesn't know who's the best coach that he had. He named a couple of people like Scaloni and what was the first Argentinian coach that he had before? I think he passed away if I'm not mistaken. No, not him. Sorry, that was Luis Aragonés. But the first coach that he had a long time, and then Scaloni, he named a couple good coaches that he had, and he said the worst was Van Gaal. I think he hates him.
Yeah, these Dutch managers, they're just jackasses, man. They're assholes. So like, because you can't tell me like at the Euros, like some of the best players like Amy Laporte, he plays in Saudi Arabia. Like you got players that were currently playing in Saudi Arabia that actually
Conte
went to the Euros. Exactly.
They came in and like bodying
performed at high
bodying
levels,
dudes.
Perform at high levels. But that's my objective point. But my hater shades point is like Saudi Arabia sucks. Like if you go over there, you're just like your career.
It's the end of their career.
Yeah.
Or
you're gonna.
That's what they're gonna say. It's either because you're at the end of your career and then there's money involved.
And
if you're young,
you'll be back in a year.
Look at Vega, Pablo Vega.
Yeah,
who was a young Spanish prospect.
Gabri Vega.
Gabri Vega. Yeah. I haven't heard him since then.
Yep. Or like Yota is already back.
I think Yota is back in France. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of these guys like what's his name? Henderson didn't even last 3 months. Like this is like, all right.
Where is he? Oh, he's in Ajax. Yeah, he's like, I gotta go. Benzema almost left.
Yep,
almost left. But I think he almost left because of the issue with his previous coach. Yeah. Now you got Laurent Blanc. So he's like, we back, French squad. But yeah, so okay, the last one is similar to what I did last time. I'm gonna give you a quote.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lyric from you remember that song "Look Alive" by Drake and Block Boy?
Yeah.
You know that song, right? Look alive, look alive.
Yeah, I know it.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you that quote, and you're gonna tell me who is the player that it reminds you. That player plays in the Premier League, and they recently got transferred. If you don't get it right, I'll give you one hint, and that's it.
Okay.
All right. So the lyric is the N word. I'm not gonna say it. The N word Sorry, let me go back. N word came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, F him, dog.
I mean,
you know already?
Yeah, Raheem Sterling.
Nah. We're gonna see how hard they ride. That's a good pick, but you're not too far. You need a repeat of the quote?
Yeah, let's hear it one more time.
N-word. N-word came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, F him, dog. We're gonna see how hard they ride. That player plays in the Premier League.
Just transferred.
Just transferred like recently, like a couple weeks ago. Not even a couple weeks, like a week. You need a hint?
Yeah, let me get the hint. Let me see.
He used to be Haaland's teammate.
Oh, Ilkay Gundogan?
Nah.
Oh.
Not really, because Ilkay didn't really leave Barcelona with bad blood. Not like that. Even though like Laporte said that we had Olmo now, we didn't really know what we to do with him. But yeah, it wasn't really bad blood.
Used to be Haaland's teammate. Oh, Jadon Sancho.
There you go. Ding, 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 ding. Sterling is a great choice too, because they kind of kicked him out of Chelsea. Now he's going on the other
Because
side.
I was thinking like London.
That's a good choice.
I was thinking
I feel like
London.
Sterling is a good example. Yeah, London and yeah, I like that. I like that. I just like the way that one, because I'm like, he's gonna know it's Jadon Sancho because like Man United.
Dude, it's so crazy that he's so insignificant to me that I didn't even think about him.
The Sterling is a great choice. Great choice. I like that.
I was like, oh man, nah, that's like London beef right there.
Yeah. I didn't think about it like that. So that's good. So yeah.
That's good. I like that. That was good.
I'll get you guys next weekend, all right? Yeah, so that was episode 85 of Une Sports. Always available on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, and follow us. And we are also on TikTok, Une Sports. The handles are all in the description, and on Twitter, and on Instagram. Any last word, Mike?
No, man. Everybody, enjoy your week. Thank you for tuning in as always, man. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys. Peace.